No friends. Okay. We'll let this go for a second.
Very subdued. It wasn't
Kind of in floating, like
usually during
Well,
like the business hours, there's just a
Yeah.
ton of people running around there.
What?
It's very nice. It's very zen. That garden is very zen.
talk about Zen. It's like the very epitome, the essence of what Zen is. Like sick. So awesome. Look good. Are you selling big bucks in golf clubs? Yeah. Not surprised. Not surprised one bit. Okay, there's nobody here, so it doesn't even matter, which is awesome. And anyway, welcome. Happy to see you guys.
Exactly. I'm the same way. So many ups and downs.
Watch out. Clown on it. Anyway, welcome. If you're online, welcome. If you're here, welcome. We are going to do something special today. We are going to go to Washington Park, which is only like 2 blocks away, and we're going to practice a special technique of sky gazing. So we're going to do that together. And so the way we're going to do it online, if you're here, is I'm going to give a little explanation of what we're going to do, and then we're going to sign off, and we'll go to the park, and then we'll sign back on, try to sign back on with Ricky's phone. And if you are going to be there with us, then arrange yourself so you can see the sky. I'll explain a little more. Anyway, welcome and welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. And good to see you. We, Lydia and I just returned from Norway, where I was giving some teachings, and that was very good. If you have a chance to go to Norway, I strongly suggest it. I've not been that many places, but to me, the most beautiful place I have ever seen. Totally staggering. Brought tears to my eyes 2 times. Really a beautiful place. So if you have a chance, I encourage you to take that chance and go. A little expensive, but very beautiful. Meanwhile, settle in. Let's be together for a second in the space of openness. In the middle of this openness, give rise to a sense of joy and gratitude that we get to be together. It's like a miracle. So many things happen in the world, but we are all in the same space right now. A virtual space, a real space. How cool. And if you're just joining us, it's going to be a special night, so glad you made it. So just give rise to a sense of gratitude, a sense of good fortune, a sense of being in the right place at the right time. And in the middle of that feeling of, wow, lucky me, think, I'm going to practice meditation for the good of all beings. I'm going to experience peace, spaciousness, and the openness of my own mind for everybody without a single exception. Good. Welcome. As I said, if you're just joining us, it's going to be a special night because although it was supposed to thunderstorm and is instead sunny, that's typical Denver, we are going to walk from the studio where we are located down to Washington Park, which is just 2 or 3 blocks, and we're going to find a little space in the grass, and we're going to gaze into the sky and practice meditation on the sky. It's a special practice, and in the Tibetan tradition, it's like one of the most important practices because if you have the good fortune of having an expansive sky view and it's blue sky, there's a correspondence between the outer space of the blue sky and the inner space of our own nature. And when you put those together, it reveals, I was about to say creates, but it actually reveals something called the secret sky, which is your own mind nature. And that is Can be done, of course, in any environment because space is always around us, but the sky has a certain resonance. So we're going to practice that and introduce that practice. We've been talking about doing this for like 2 years during this session, and we haven't had a chance, but now we have a chance. Thanks, Ricky. Thank you, Ricky, for bringing this up. Good idea. I guess the question would be, why? Why would I meditate on the sky? It seems crazy. Well, it's because the outer spaciousness of the sky doesn't have anything to focus on. There's nothing to hold. You can gaze into the sky infinitely. And that's similar to gazing into your own nature, which is also infinite. And when we put those together, we say there are 3 skies. The outer sky, the open sky. The inner sky is our own mind. And then when those come together, when we recognize our essence while we're gazing at the sky, a certain kind of spark occurs or can occur, in which we recognize what's called the secret sky, which is the vastness of our true nature. And this is a classic Tibetan practice. All the teachers teach it, and it's done by every practitioner. And after tonight's session, if you join us in the park, then you will know how to do it, and that's pretty cool. And once you know how to do it, again, you can mingle your mind with open space in any environment. This can be done just in your room where you normally meditate. It can be done looking at the sky, which is its classic way. And it can also be done in complete darkness. The practice is always the same. By gazing into the infinity of the sky with our most important sense organ, which is the eyes, it triggers something in us to be open and spacious, not confined. Normally our minds are so small, right? We have a thought and our mind collapses around that thought. There's no space there. And if the thought's nice, we feel like we're drifting up. And if the thought's not so nice, we feel like we're drifting down. And this up and downness, this round and roundness, it has a name in Sanskrit, which is samsara, the wheel of good and bad. And why does it happen? Because we are... Ricky just said, check out my shirt. He's got a shirt on. We've designed as a group, but he had it made. It says, straight out of samsara. That's where we're going. Now and permanently. Like straight out of Compton, very cute. So I'll try to show it to you when we're in the park. Anyway, the nature of samsara is that our mind, which has the nature of being totally open, collapses around objects. And just like when our hand collapses around an electric fence, we get shocked. When our hand collapses around circumstances, around ideas, around memories, around thoughts, plans, or phenomena, we are dragged by those, whatever way they are relating to us. We're filled with fear, we're filled with worry, and when we collapse around something, it's claustrophobiaville. Speaking of claustrophobia, Lydia and I spent the night, we had one night in Iceland on our way back from Norway, and we stayed in blue Viking pods. If you've ever seen these, I think they started in Japan. It's like a sleeping pod. It's only about as high as you can just barely sit up, and it's just about, as wide as a full-size mattress and just that long. You can't put anything in there. So you have a little locker, and you scan this card, and your little thing opens. Very futuristic, but not the future I want to live in. And it said right in the email they said after we confirmed, if you're claustrophobic, this is not the place for you, which I thought was very funny. Fortunately, neither of us are claustrophobic, and I slept well. It was a little warm. Didn't have enough ventilation. It had a fan, but it was a little warm. It kind of felt like we were going to be gassed, and then all of a sudden we would be like in another star system, brought out of hibernation.
So you could get out anytime you wanted, though. You could
Oh yeah. It's like, well, that's what they say. Who knows, right? I mean, we didn't have to get out. You never know. Did you go out in the night?
I did.
Okay, I didn't even. I was unconscious.
Yeah.
I was unconscious as I am actually at this moment. I'm consistent though. But claustrophobia. This is the nature of our world. We feel when you're a child, you think back and you think, God, there was so much possibility. There was so much amazing opportunity. Now in our lives, small, right? The old Zen saying, in the mind of a beginner, there are many options. In the mind of an expert, Very few. So we become experts at life as we get older, and our experience collapses, right? And our minds become very small. And when we gaze into the sky in a meditative fashion, and we invite ourselves to relax into that vastness, that endlessness, it triggers something in us. And we can come face to face with our true nature, which has never been confined, which has never been limited. But because of our ideas, our thoughts, emotions, and plans, we're constantly collapsing. And there's no room in there. Talk about claustrophobia, right? Some people get so claustrophobic, bless their hearts, that they commit suicide to try to get out. Terrible, right? So let's commit a different type of suicide tonight by letting go of our confined ideas, our notions of ourselves as things. We've talked about this a lot. If you're following us, and you know about this stuff already. This is an opportunity for you to experience a more vast state. So, that sounds good. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go over to the park right now. We're going to meditate a half hour or so, and we'll return here and discuss that, consider what we're doing, and any final interactions about how to do it right or whatever. For the future, we'll do that. So, your job out there is to find a place where you can see the sky. It doesn't matter where you're dialing in from. Maybe it's twilight, maybe it's broad daylight, maybe it's the middle of the night. As long as you have a view of the sky, it doesn't even have to be outside, although if you can go outside, that's awesome. It can be through a window, that's fine. And if you're confined inside, then you'll just have to gaze into the space in front of you. Hey! So we will meet you back in about 10, 12 minutes, and it will be a new, I think a new podcast or whatever, broadcast. New link. So just keep your eyes open and it'll start again in a minute. See you.